It's our privilege to have Ms. Chacha here. We look forward to your remarks and have great interest in hearing what you have to say to us today. Thank you for coming. Let's give her a warm applause.
Well, thank you. I think you are seeing me, I'm not a man, eh? On that phone, people say, yes, sir. I go like, okay. Good morning, everyone. You know, I'm a BBC, eh? I was born before computers, so and I want everyone to concentrate listening to me instead of me concentrating on this technology. Maybe you do justice if you could help me. But I want everyone to have his pen. I want every one of you to note down the challenges from both sides, the micro, the bank, and I want you to pick opportunities. So I'm going to present using case studies. So from the case studies, I want you people, this time you'll be the ones to answer my questions. I'm not going to answer questions. So let us start. My name is Chacha. I'm a Tanzanian lady. I'm lucky to come, I'm lucky very much to be a Tanzanian because in history, I think you know Tanzania is where the first man was found. I don't know if it's challenged already. Do we have any other finding? I know the first man was found in Tanzania. And to make it very interesting, I'm coming from an island known as Ukara in Lake Victoria. One day I was like reading book in Google. A certain man, I don't know where he got the information. He said, Ukara is where the ugliest man, human being, is found. Then I said, oh my God, I'm coming from first. I'm lucky. Thank you very much. So I should say thank you for inviting me, especially the team. I don't know how they found my name among all 44 million Tanzanians, but I was very aspired. I said I should go. First, it is my chance to take back to US. My kids studied here, my 3 I think. One is here. Alex, can you? Where? He's right here. He's my firstborn. He's in Indianapolis. The second-born was in Boston. And I used to ask her, saying, Ella, you know I have this spreadsheet. Can you do it for me? Then I send it by email. That's why I like technology. And she will go through it, the cash flows, and bring back to me. And then I go and present very confident, you know, I did this. And then I said, okay, now it's my time to come and address you people, to inspire you, to show you there is a future in Africa. Maybe to manage my time, I should start by telling you what I'm doing. I think you know who I am, but I'm happy. Girls, do we have girls in here? Girls, the sky's the limit. Because, we as Africans, we used to be told, hey, you are a woman. But no, it's not more. It's no more. Men are failing to be breadwinners. We are taking over, isn't it? Okay, it's very interesting, actually. And this brings me to the meaning, why do we have Women's Bank? We used to say, if there is a slave, if your husband is a slave, who is more a slave than the other? is the woman, because you're a slave of a slave. Isn't it? And if your father is a slave, and your mother is married to a slave, who is more slavery here? It's a girl's child, because even her brothers are her masters. So in micro, when you talk of micro, who is more micro? It's a woman, especially in Africa. So that's why we decided to have a women's bank. It's not a coincidence, because these are the people who matters. Especially when you come to realize these are the majority, but these are the people who are ignored. So when you are talking of micro, you think, who are the micro? In Africa, for instance, in Tanzania, micro are the majority. They are the base of the pyramid. But who are they? They are struggling. Why? It's because of the unequal distribution of wealth. And if a man is struggling, who is struggling more? It's a woman. So most of you know, when you go out, when you go to school, who do you ask for money in the morning? Definitely you don't go to your dad, you go to your brother. Yeah? So I remember Alan telling me, I go like, Mom, I need money. I said, go to your dad. I said, I'm that guy. I said, okay. So now women are taking over actually the economy. They are realizing they were not born to be taken care of. They are not born to be that someone is going to take care of their lives. They know that their kids need to go to school. And they know a man could have 100 kids in a year, but they could only manage one kid in a year. So they are taking over. They realize they are the people who can carry the pillars of their families. But here I am, I'm going to talk of micro and banking. But I'm going to talk in a way of case studies. When we established the bank, I said, why are women complaining? Why? There are so many banks. But like the previous speaker said, I had to listen. I had to understand what is it. So I came to understand these people, they don't understand the language, the banking language. You go to big bank, you are given a pamphlet, very difficult English, they run away. They can't even open an account. They go to a bank, they are given those regulations, they see themselves out. So they wanted to have a place where they could be respected, listened to, their needs, which are very special, to be respected. And when we opened the bank, we realized there are not only women, there are so many men also struggling. So we said our bank is going to be the only bank for all, but our special segment will be a woman. And we have a special products for a woman. So listen to my story. There's one day when a certain woman came to me saying, Margaret, you know what? I said, what? I want you to come to my shop, at my bar. I said, why? Why should I come to your bar? She said, listen to my story. And I was listening. This is how she was. One day she was very frustrated. She was looking for a bank to get money, at least capital for her. She just wanted to survive. And she was, when she was tired, she went to have a soft drink somewhere. And she was telling her story. This person said, why don't you go to a woman bank? And she said, what do you mean? Because I went to this other bank, they want me to have a referee, and to make it funny, this referee should be a man. And my husband is dead. Do they want me to bring back my husband to be my referee? These are stupid, they make me, and she was really like emotional. They said, no, go to women's bank. And to make it even worse, they said, you don't have to go to the bank. There is a center here where they run their classes and they give loans. She joined. She spent 3 weeks in our training sessions. She got the money. She started her business. And she was very thankful. She said, I want you to come and see my bar. I started with 2 crates, one for beer, one for soda. But now as I'm talking, there's no space for people to park their cars because my bar is doing very well. And she was very happy. Another case is a man who was selling charcoal. And he was struggling. But I don't know, he heard about Tanzania women, he came to join. But unfortunately, he went into our groups. And he was there were like 5 men in 600 women. And he was really scared, he was intimidated. He just said, I have to struggle, but being a man, said I have to be a leader here. So he found his way and really, in his group, he was the leader. Then he felt good because he was leading the women. But when he was talking to me, he said, I started with one sack, whatever of charcoal, but now I have a big store. And he divided the store into 2. If you are bringing in town your charcoal, you don't have a place to store, you pay 500 shillings per bag. And 500 is like, even 5 dollars. It's very little, but it's very meaningful. So he will give service to others, and he's also selling. Then I was saying, we are going to stop funding for charcoal because you people, you are not environmental friendly. He said, you know what, you'll kill all Tanzanians because we don't have any alternative. Electricity price is up, gas price is up, and you people are telling us you have natural gas in the country, but we don't see the benefit out of it. So for us, charcoal is the only life. And if you stop us, all families will go hungry because you know why? People used to use kerosene, but kerosene, because of these oil people were mixing petrol, the government decided to hike the price for kerosene to stop the big sellers to mix kerosene with petrol. So he said, the government is punishing us, and you also want to punish us. And I said, it's true. This is micro. And there's another case study. On the other hand, when you stop talking about the groups, this woman came in the bank and she said, you know what, I have my wagons, and imagine a woman who is owning wagons, rail wagons, and she wanted to have more. She wanted the bank to fund her capital. Said, I want 5 wagons and I want like 2 billion, which is around $1.5 million. I looked at her and said, hey, are you joking? My bank is very new. And I don't think I'm in a position to fund long-term ventures because my source of fund is from short-term. So there'll be a mismatch. But I didn't want to discourage her. I said, come, let us talk. What is it all about? She gave me her cash flows and all. When I started asking her questions, I said, okay, I could see your assets. Last year, 2 years where you had this fixed assets, but this year you have reduced to this much. What is it? You know what she said? I don't know, someone did it for me. And so I looked at her and said, okay, this is another story where people just take their needs. I want to have a loan, but they don't know exactly what is written. So what is written is not their story, but it's written to impress the banks to give loans. So if you come to such an economy, you have to be very careful. You have to sit, ask the person, see if it's her story or is someone's story. Because I have another one where a woman brought she brought a, balance sheet, and she wanted to have a loan. When I went through the balance sheet, I said, but I don't think you need a loan because you are liquid. Looks like the bottom line, you don't need any loan. Why are you coming from? She said, bring it, let me look at it. She looked at it, no, this is not the correct one. I have the other one. I said, you have the other one? Why are you having two balance sheets for the same business? And that's when I discovered this other one she uses in the industry. When you produce it, when you seem to be liquid, the industry gives you like commodity on credit. Yeah? So you'll be like trading but paying very slowly. But the other one to the bank, you have to show deficit so that the bank gives you an overdraft or whatever. So imagine you are in that economy where you have these two balance sheets for the same business. So those are the tastes of the market we are dealing with. Another case study which is very interesting, actually it was like two months ago. You know, our bank, we decided to have conventional bank and traditional banking and micro solidarity groups, because when we started we said, okay, our niche is micro and we want this base. And to me, I knew there's no competition, because that's where I get 80% of the population. Actually more than 80%. It's like I get 90% of the population. Imagine we have a population, only 10 to 12, according to last year's statistics, who are accessing finance services. But out of the 12, women are only 2%. And again, out of the 12, is only 7 in the urban area. So you have only 2% in the rural area. But rural area, you find 80% of people in rural area. So where do you go to avoid competition? That's where the area to go. And these are the people who matters. But so we said, when we were registering, we said, let us have two windows. The middle could come and get loans using collateral. But the micro could get loans using the group solidarity, the peer pressure modality. I know you know it. When I was trying to define, when Biro said, you know you are going to talk to professors. We don't want you to define things. They know already. I said, okay. But as I put it, where you go, when you go to any country, you have to understand the culture. So Tanzania in particular, when you compare East Africa, we were like under a controlled economy. We were socialists. So people were not allowed to invest. People were not allowed to even think. The government was thinking for them. It was, actually the government was the one which was in business. They had one bank, which was monopoly. Everything was monopoly. So even the culture is like, you don't want, you'll come back, because there's no way you're going to get the services. And since we were like controlled for a long time, the attitude is very different. If you go to Kenya, you go to Nigeria, you come to Tanzania, you go like, okay, that's why he was saying they have all the time. They don't, time doesn't matter to them, because they're used to be like managed, told what to do. So it's really like very important for you to understand where you stand. So the bank, when personally I'm a banker, I started banking in 87. I graduated in 83. I went to a social security company. I was bored because they had these pre-printed forms. Every day you fill in and sign. Then I said, no, not me. So I went to the bank. I was employed as a management trainee. They promised in 2 years, Margaret, to be a manager. But it took me 7 years. Why? Because I was a woman. They never trusted a woman. You are someone not very sophisticated to manage a bank. But when we restructured the CRDB, I was afraid to apply for managerial posts. My husband said, you know what, you people always complain. You say you are less represented. Now you are given a chance to be a manager. You don't want to apply. So I applied, I got the job. And I was the first manager to open a branch for the bank. And it did very well. I went for my master's. I went back. I was a director for banking, and as I'm talking, that bank is the biggest bank in Tanzania. I did a lot. I was the first director to have e-banking. I established a microfinance wing. I even knew that without insurance, we'll be exposed. So we have an insurance wing, and I was the first one actually to have the bank in micro women. We had the special products for women. But then I left for UNDP. I was the first local woman to be operation manager in UNDP country office. It was a big challenge. When I got a chance to go to Sudan to be exposed, I wanted to be an international person. I went to Sudan. I'm the first, I think, among the people who established Sudan UNMISS. We were only 70 when we went. We were in a hotel, but now they're in a big camp. And I was a finance manager. It was funny to deal with Sudanese because they have also a certain attitude which is slow. But you have to understand why they are slow. They say it is too hot, so they can't run. So don't expect anyone to run. So I went back and I was, the government was looking for someone to establish this women's bank. Someone came to me, then I said, okay. But I had a challenge from the family saying, you are in the UN, you have this passport which you don't even need visa, but you are leaving it, you are giving it back and you are going to take this bank. I said, yes, that my country needs me. And if I could give back to the country, this is what I'm doing. But it's very, very pertinent for you people to come to Africa. This is where they need you. People need you. You know, when I started the bank, I was like, what do I do? But now we are very popular. Imagine starting from a bank on zero balance sheet, zero. Because even our strong room had no money. I said, unless people put in money, we are not expecting anyone to drop from the bank. So even my staff were like, okay, we thought we should borrow to put money in our strong room. We said no. But now we are worth more than 45 billion, which is around $30 million. We have touched lives more than, I should say, more than 200,000 people, because we use innovation. Given the limited capital we have, Central Bank said you can't have branches because your capital is very limited. So we said, what do? We have to be innovative. And this is what I want you to understand. Working with micro, this is the bank, the face of the bank. When we opened, all the women were very happy. They struggled. Actually, the president was around. They didn't even care the president. They were very happy. Very happy to have a place where they are respected. You know, micro, when you deal with micro, they don't need anything. Actually, interest rate is nothing to them. They need you to respect. They need you to see, to realize they're there. They want to be recognized. That's what they need. And their needs are very limited. My kid is being brought back to school. I need school fees. That's what they want. They don't even ask the rate of interest. They just want to realize what. So you have to really understand these people. And also on the side of the bank, you have to understand it's very expensive to manage microfinance. Very expensive, because you need manpower, you need overhead. And yet, like our bank is highly regulated. We are not given concession just because we are taking care of microfinance. No. We have to follow all the regulations. But most important, if you want really to do justice to the micro and also to central bank, you have to be innovative. So that's why we decided to have the solidarity group lending, where we don't ask for collateral, but we give loans. Believe me, as I'm talking now, that's the wing which is sustaining the bank. Is contributing more than 60% of the income for the bank. Actually, I wanted to give you the practical feeling of these people. When you meet micro, and I don't know why I'm using micro. Of course we have micro, small, and medium. Micro are the people who sometimes they have ideas, they have dreams, but they don't know how to go about it. So we teach, different from other banks, we give training, free training, for 3 weeks. And we use those weeks to test the stability of the person, the viability of their thinking and their business. The people who will be persistent coming. What we do, partly we took Yunus, Professor Yunus guidelines, but we mixed with the reality of Tanzania. So what we did, we give training, then we make sure we don't touch the money. Your leader will be the one who is banking, and we as a bank, we don't even come to a place to take any item from a house. It's your friends who will take. When you meet, we make sure your friends pay for you if you didn't appear. And also, we make sure these guarantees work, they work very well. We don't give loans in the marketplace because you don't know each other. We come to the community where you know even the names of your kids. So it's not easy for anyone to run away. So we have done a lot, and actually people are very happy. We give loans to widows. We give loans on insurance, so we don't care about age. We know nowadays in Africa, young people die out of AIDS, HIV. So the old ones are the ones who are taking care of the families. So we don't care about age. We do what? We insure all the loans. So if we remove the fear, so you're most welcome. I think I'll be here for the questions. We have a lot of stories, but time is not on our side. Thank you very much.